What is up, everybody? NC.
JC and
We have a top 10 awesome on Tessa Blanchard. We did one back in the day, but we got to update it. Since she's
yes.
now a free agent, we need to let the world know how great she is. And that is, without question, the best free agent right out there. Yeah, she's with CMLL, but they don't count. So, best free American agent out there. Number one. Always underappreciated everywhere she goes. In NXT, underappreciated.
Mhm.
Over in TNA for the longest time, underappreciated. They didn't even want to put her on TV with all the allegations, but eventually they caved in, put her on TV. It's just how it is with her career. No matter what big shot she gets, younger Tessa has found a way to be released from the company. Now she's more professional than ever,
Mhm.
but still even more professional than ever, still at the top of her game, still underappreciated. And it's very sad to see when you see a woman that, in our opinion, the complete package just go to waste. Nobody cares.
Well, it's a shame too because like we're talking about a female talent here that you could put in every company. There's every like she could work in every company, and make it work. And it's just it boggles my mind how just so many bookers just overlook how valuable she truly is. Um, Maybe they don't see it. I don't know what they're not seeing. I like what is there not to get with her? You make her the one of the top players in your women's division, or in my opinion, I think you make her the top player in your women's division. You build around her. You build that women's division around her. I don't see what the problem with that is.
This is the woman who could have been brought in right off the bat, especially with her pedigree. Could have been brought in for a feud with Charlotte Flair
Yep.
for a title. She's
Yes.
that freaking good.
Mhm.
And yeah, it boggles my mind. She's still young too, that nobody sees the talent that we see. It's frustrating. But number two, she hasn't even hit her prime yet.
No,
Here's a woman who's still really young. What, just barely reached 30?
barely.
Barely reached 30, still super young, still in great shape, hasn't even hit her prime yet. She's getting better on the mic, getting better at acting, getting better in the ring. In my opinion, she just grows and is not there yet. Will she be by like mid 30s? Who knows? But all I know right now, here you got a top free agent on the American market who hasn't even hit their prime. A steal at this rate.
An absolute steal. And the whole thing with the CMLL. Okay, well, Tony Khan, AEW has a partnership with CMLL. Make it work. I mean, to not see her in one of the big two companies is criminal, in my opinion, because you're talking about pound for pound in every regard. If we're talking about talent, she deserves to be in the top of these companies, whether it's WWE, AEW, you name it. She deserves to be there. Her talent alone deserves her to be there.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. When you have a talent of this level, you don't push them under the water. You let them float to the top. And number three, she always looks like a superstar.
Yes.
Even back when she was working the CW Classic or whatever for she was working that stupid women's division for NXT back in the day. Even back then, she
Oh, the
looked
Mae Young
great.
tournament.
Mae Young tournament. There you go. Back when she was doing that stupid PC NXT bullshit. Even back then, she looked great. Lately, she's gotten certain enhancements to make herself even better. She looks even better. A person like this you could put on a poster, especially if you know about her background and know who she is. Always looks like a superstar and just keeps on upping her game. That's why we say she hasn't hit her prime yet. There's still areas that she's improving on, and she's showing us that.
Well, and that's the thing too with her, like looking like a superstar. She looks like a superstar. You could put her on a poster, and it would be as a pro wrestler, and it would be believable to the general public. Like this is somebody who you can present to the general public, and they could take seriously as a pro wrestler. There's a lot of talents out there, male and female, that you put on a poster, no one's going to buy it. I'm sorry, not to put anyone down, but it's like I'm sorry, but like the looks do matter to some degree. You have to look like you belong in the big leagues, and she looks like she belongs in the big leagues.
That's what always boggled my mind. I know she had that snafu in the PC with Ricochet so long ago.
Yeah.
But you would think that they would be able to look past that and be like, no, this woman is legit. Especially since you got rid of Ricochet. I don't know why WWE didn't try to make an offer for her sooner. You got the generational background. You could have brought her in for some sort of four horsewoman type feud with Charlotte. You have a package ready to go to bring her in. It's just so frustrating to me when you got somebody that looks that good, has that type of pedigree, and is as good as what they do, and you just leave them on the indies. It's bullshit, man.
It's
But let's
crazy.
but let's talk about number four, and this is another thing that makes her really good. Is she is not just one of the best promos out there, one of the best actresses out there on the indies. In our opinion, she's in the top 10 and nobody knows about her. They haven't seen her work recently on TNA, on AMC. They haven't seen that. They haven't seen a lot of the stuff that she can do. She's incredible.
She is, and like even within TNA, her last run just recently, like whenever she was doing those like backstage interviews or those video packages, whenever she's talking, she's got that ability to just draw you in, that magnetic charisma that so few have. Like that's the thing with her is that she's also got that magnetic charisma, star-like presence that so many just do not have, and that she's meant for the big leagues. She's meant for the big time, and it pisses me off that so many people just don't give her a chance or hold her accountable for something that either it's overblown or it was just who she was and not who she is anymore. I would say, give her a second chance. Give her a second chance, but like so many people can't get over it. They got to have power over these wrestlers, and I just think they're scumbags if they do that. But with her, I just think that she's got that magnetic charisma, that magnetic ability when she's cutting a promo to hook people in. And the greats have that ability.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that she's a good-looking woman too. I mean,
Yeah,
you add all that in together, and you have somebody that catches your attention right off the bat from how they look, and then you see the intent and confidence in their delivery, and
the
you're like,
intensity, yes.
exactly. And you're like, okay, this woman means what she says. She's actually a believable promo. Because there's so many female promos out there, it's just a script. They don't believe what they say. There's no intent behind it. With Tessa,
Oh, I'm
there's
gonna beat
intent.
your ass, Nia Jax, in that ring tonight. Like that's what a lot of these promos are. But with her, it's you've got that believability, that intensity that so few have. This is yet another reason why she's so valuable. And it's frustrating to see that just so few people, so all these bookers just like let it go. Just they just let her stay on the indies. And hey, you know what? If she's happy in CMLL, hey, you know what? More power to her. But quite frankly, we only get a short go around on this planet, and CMLL is great and all, but it's no WWE and it's no AEW. Like Tessa should be at WrestleMania, not Anniversario number whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Well, that's the thing. In CMLL, all you're going to get is Meltzer star points. That's it. You're not
Right.
going to get any sort of casual exposure. You're not going to grow past Mexico, which is sad because she's a great talent. She deserves more than Mexico. She deserves the world. But let's talk about her style. Number five, she's got a very snug physical style. I like it because it seems like a woman who was trained by dudes.
Mm-hmm.
She's got that snug style, almost like Stephanie Vaquer, where she makes something look intense. She makes it look powerful, and a lot of women, they're mamby-pamby. And I know we talk all the time about how much intergender wrestling sucks. But when she faced off against Sammy Callahan, I was like, wow, this is a strong woman. She's taking a guy who weighs at least 230 pounds and just throwing him around, doing whatever she wanted with him. And I'm like, okay, she looks like a strong woman and she is a strong woman. And not in a South Park type of way, in a
No.
legit kick your ass type of way. So yeah, she's just got a good snug physical style that I think really comes across well, especially in a day and age where everything looks like fake choreographed Power Ranger bullshit. Her shit looks like a fight. That's what I want to see.
It's what wrestling should look like. It's when the general public, like I've seen just random people, just like family members, friends, other people, like I've seen them watch wrestling, and when they watch it, they always say this shit looks fake. Tessa's
Always.
matches, they don't look mamby because they look mamby pamby. One of the reasons why they're saying it is a lot of these matches look overly choreographed, mamby pamby. It doesn't look intense. It doesn't look like it's a physical combat. Tessa's matches look physical. They look intense, and that's what wrestling needs to have.
Absolutely. It needs those intense athletes. And
Sure.
especially if you're going to try to portray it as a sport, which is sad. We don't want it like that. But here you got a woman who can actually make it look like a sport. Here's a woman who you could bring on ESPN Sports Center, and they're not going to make fun of it and say it's fucking goofy and stupid like Danhausen. They'll be
No.
like, wow, what is this chick, a fighter? Oh, she's in wrestling? She can do better. That's what they'll say. But even then, you need somebody that looks like that and presents themselves like she does to put on national outlets. She's ready for that spot. She is ready to be showcased as a top level female. But number six, let's talk about how she's got the pedigree as a third generation wrestler. So here she is. She's the daughter of original Four Horsemen Tully Blanchard. Um, Big time pedigree in the industry. Like I said, could bring him in as a manager since he did work in AEW not too long ago. Could bring him in as a manager for Tessa. Really have her become a force in the women's division. Brand new face to the company practically, since nobody remembers her shitty NXT run. Brand new face of the company, built up package, ready to go. Has the name value, has the pedigree. You could do like video packages where you show like Tully talking about, oh, I always knew my 6-year-old daughter would be a superstar. And she's like beating up boys in the playground and shit. And then fast forward to now. Show her her international package, which she's done over in Japan, Mexico. She's done everything that you needed to do to earn respect outside of WWE. She's that
Yes.
woman.
She has, and like you were bringing up with Tully Blanchard. I mean, just like imagine what they could do with Charlotte Flair with Ric Flair and Tully Blanchard and Tessa. Like you've got something there to care about. If you're just a casual wrestling fan, there's something there, and you would be entertained. Like
Yeah.
I just don't understand why, especially with TKO. Like TKO just sponsored the UFC. They just sponsored a fight on the White House lawn. Like they of any company should not give two shits what these woke assholes who want to gatekeeper from the big leagues have to say. They shouldn't care. They should think, you know what? If she's pissing them off, let's bring her in.
I think that's what Nick Khan was basically hitting at when he said we don't listen to the IWC. I think it means, yeah, we still listen to everybody, but we're especially not listening to these fucking dipshits. I would
I
really
hope
hope
so.
that's what he was trying to convey because, yeah, you see them making more moves where they don't give a shit. I mean, Roman Reigns and Triple H live at the White House. We know how insanely liberal the fan base this is just it's fuel to the fire for them. This is not going to make Triple H look good, and he knows that. He knows damn well him showing his face on camera with Roman is not going to make it so that people want to cheer for Roman or people want to cheer for Triple H. He knows that.
No, he
I
knows
think
what
it's
he's
all by
doing.
design.
It's all by design. They know what they're doing. Like Triple H is like, granted, he's not the smartest guy in the world, but he's smart enough to know. Like he's been in media for decades. He's been in WWE on television for decades. He knows what he's doing. When he goes to there and he makes it a point to be on camera pointing at Roman, he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. And number seven, she's overcome the allegations to us
Yeah.
and to a majority of the people out there. She's overcome the allegations. When we had to watch TNA on AMC these past couple of times, there were no boos for Tessa. There was no hate. There was no racist chants. There was none of this shit. It was actually the fans cheering for her because she's a great wrestler. The TNA fans that pay for tickets, they've already forgotten about these racist allegations. La Rosa Negra, they've already done a picture together where they basically said, hey, we're cool with each other.
They
There's
have.
other black athletes, like Moose, for example, that have come up and stuck up for Tessa and said she's not racist. She's one of the coolest chicks backstage. It's not enough for them. For that, what? Less than 100 fans online, it's not enough for them. And they will always say, oh, she's always that. She's always that. Because they have to have power over her. It's a way for them to hold power over her. But I get even Tessa. She doesn't even look at them like they're powerful because she knows
They're
that
not.
TNA is a sinking ship. She knows that she can go and rebuild her name, especially through CMLL, because none of those CMLL work rate dorks are nailing Tessa on being a racist because they're just happy to see one of the best female wrestlers in a work rate company like CMLL. Can you
No.
imagine if she comes to AEW? All those hypocrites will shut their fucking mouth and they'll praise Tessa when she goes up against Tony Storm, Megan Bain, Harley Cameron, Mercedes Monet,
And
and
do you
gives
know
them the dream matches that they want.
absolutely? And do you know how I know? Like here's the proof how I know that they will overlook it. They do it every Wednesday night. What do I mean?
Excalibur.
Excalibur. Look into the racist things that he has said. Look at it, and they turn a blind eye. Now they'll turn over any stone, any corner to find any racist allegation to have power for a wrestler, but they won't do it for Excalibur. Why? He's an AEW original.
Or Bucks. Like the Bucks have been caught
Yeah,
on PWG camera calling Super Dragon Super you know what. So they've said slurs as well.
Yes, I
But
have.
no, I forgive them because they're part of AEW. They're VPs. Excalibur, forgive him. He's a commentator. That's how they look at it. Like,
And the other thing too is like what we have seen is that the crowd will just get tired of it over time. Like they did it in the beginning. We'll be real. They did it in the beginning when Tessa came back to TNA. The she's a racist bullshit. It was persisting for about a good 9-10 months, and then what did you see after that? A lot less of it.
and that's what TNA was waiting for. Is they were waiting for it to die down with the live crowds to bring her on TV, and that's what they did. And like you saw on TNA on AMC, they were using her in big angles before she left. She was working with Rosemary. She was working with the Bunny. She was working with Abyss. She was working with all these other stars. So to say that she wasn't a part of storylines would be bullshit. It's almost like Malachi Black getting cut from WWE. He was being geared in top storylines and then gone. So he was obviously a favorite backstage, but you got to look at like Tessa. It doesn't matter if she was a favorite or not. When it comes to her being part of another company that could get her more exposure, she's going to go there.
Sure.
Everybody was getting these
And
shitty
money.
low and money, exactly. Everybody was getting these shitty lowball deals, and only the ones that don't have exposure or opportunity elsewhere are going to take that deal, like Tasha
Of course.
Steeles.
Yeah.
Tessa is an international superstar. She doesn't have to play that shit. She knows she can get possibly a spot at Forbidden Door immediately.
I mean, and look, let's be totally. There's a reason why Eddie Edwards is still in TNA. There's a reason why Eric. Again, nice people. Nothing against them at all.
It's all
But let,
professional here. We talk about who they are as a wrestler. I don't
yes,
care if they're a nice guy. I'm sure a lot of wrestlers are a nice guy. And a lot of women, nice gals. At the
yes.
same time, if you're being a fucking mark, we're going to call you out on it. That's how we are.
Well, and like it's let's be like who's beating down the door to have Eric Young? Like what major company is beating down the door to have Eric Young and Eddie Edwards and
Yeah.
Brian Myers?
Yeah.
No one's beating down their door. Nobody really cares. Dolph Ziggler's there because he's got a lot of dates on the indies.
And he's
You
a
know,
comedian too. Like
Yeah.
it's a very freelance type job for him.
For sure. For sure, absolutely. But like again, like nothing personal against anybody, but we're just saying a talent like her, like she's got options. She could go back to CMLL. She lives in Mexico from what I know, and she's living her life down there and getting paid pretty well. It's of course she's going to choose CMLL. And I don't blame her at all. But what I am saying is that like can some major company bring her in? Enough of the CMLLs, enough of the TNA, enough of this shit. Bring her to AEW or WWE and put her in your fucking main event for the women's division. Just fucking do it already. Enough.
I think she was tired of it. She knew that TNA was never going to give her the opportunity with WWE to be called up. So she's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'll leave. I'll go to work for AEW. And that's what, let's face it, her being a part of CMLL and their deal that they have with AEW, it's pretty much a lock that she's going to be in AEW by the end of this year.
I hope it happens.
It's a lock.
I really hope so because like and again like and the AEW fans they'll say she's the racist clap 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 they'll do that for about a good few months and then they'll get tired of it and then they'll defend her because she's with AEW as they always fucking do as
I don't even think
they're doing
that
right now with Excalibur.
I think they're going to forgive her because, I mean, shit, if they could do it for TNA, I think the AEW fans would just be happy to see an international superstar, a CMLL chick on TV. I think that's what it comes down to.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see like immediately just defend her like like and it's true like name one racist thing that she has said or done in the past 2 years since being in TNA. Like since being in TNA she's been under the spotlight, under the microscope. Name one racist thing that she said or done in the past 2 years.
To these fans, saying a word is worse than killing somebody.
I know, they're idiots.
It's disgusting and it's weird. But let's talk about how number 8, she's tough and dependable. Like, this is a type of talent. And the time that we've seen her, she hasn't got hurt. Like, barely at all. Like, she doesn't get hurt. She doesn't hurt others. She's a tough, dependable chick. You could have her work for AEW, CMLL, and I don't think she's going to get banged up. She'd probably say, hey, let me work more dates. Just a very tough, dependable woman. And that's what you want, especially at the top of the card, is you want somebody who can be on the road as your champion and always make the company look good. Tess is that chick. And what you were saying earlier about the whole racist situation, she hasn't had any drama with another female wrestler in the longest time. It's only bitches from the indies who hate her ass and are talking shit about her, which prevents her from being in WWE, like Chelsea Green. Big example. So there's that. But then you have a woman, too, that hasn't had any public drama in the longest time. She had that little spat with Ricochet in the Performance Center. That was so long ago. She has kept her nose clean for the longest time. If anybody deserves a chance of redemption, it's her.
Well, and how many people do stupid shit when they're in their 20s?
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody. And that's the thing, too, is you have to look at it like she's matured. She's had more than enough time to learn about her mistakes and better from them. Give her another chance. And if WWE isn't that one, I would hope AEW would be that one. It seems like they are. It seems like AEW's kind of desperate. I'm just saying. So,
well, and they'd benefit. They'd benefit. She would be a massive addition to the women's division because you're going to get good matches. You're going to get good promos. She looks like a star. Like you could plug and play her. You could plug and play her in the main event scene in AEW in the women's division, and it's believable.
Perfect. I love that. Number 9. You could plug her right in anywhere in AEW. See, since I don't think WWE is an option going forward, let's just kind of dream book her in AEW. Like I was saying earlier, you got Mercedes Moné, you got Toni Storm, you got Harley Cameron, you got Chris Statlander, you got Megan Bayne. You got it just right there. 5 names that I wouldn't mind seeing face off against Tessa Blanchard. Just Tony and Tessa alone is going to be a fucking dream match.
Oh, absolutely. Tony, Tessa, even Chris Statlander or Tessa. Like the thing about it is that like there are the TNA podcasters out there who are talking about, oh, Tessa's matches weren't that great. Well, who did she fucking have to work with? Who did she have to work with when she came back?
Tasha Steelz. She's not bad, but and then that Jada chick.
Jada Stone or something?
Jada Stone or some shit. Yeah. That's a fucking indie talent. Nobody will work with. Steph DeLander fucking sucks. You really look at a lot of Alicia Edwards garbage. You look at a lot of who the women's division was in TNA, especially with, like, what was it, Jody
really
Thread?
The best she had. Jody Thread was the best she had.
And Jody, don't get me wrong, Jody Thread is she's very good at the in-ring stuff. She's a good physical wrestler, very strong woman, but is not good at promos.
No.
Not good at acting. That match that they had together, fucking amazing, but the feud build-up for that, the promos, it sucked, they're saying.
It did, and it wasn't because of Tessa or anything like that. It was just not well. It was not a well thought out, put together storyline feud match. They didn't really do anybody any justice there.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy. And I mean, Tommy was probably a nice guy in the talent relations, but Tommy Dreamer and Hunter Johnson running creative, that's not a good creative team.
Really, really bad idea. And Carlos, I think he's found that out, and he's slowly weeding out the problem. So let's see how long it takes for him to weed out the problem. If he weeds out all of it at all, we'll see. But number 10, in our opinion, the best female wrestler on the planet. When you look at her in-ring ability, when you look at her marketability, when you look at the airport test, when you look at her moveset, when you look at how she portrays herself, when you look at the fact that she keeps on getting better, keeps on progressing, not even at her prime yet, still very young, third-generation star. In my opinion, the best third-generation wrestler out there right now. I know people would have their thoughts about that. For the age that she's at and the fact she hasn't reached her prime, Tessa, in my opinion, could be the brightest diamond in WWE. You put her in SmackDown, a hurting brand. Granted, it's not going to do anything to like raise the ratings or anything because they got shit writing for the storylines, but it would dramatically improve the women's division and give them another solid player at the top. They won't do that, but AEW, you got a chance to add another top player right at the very top, especially with the pedigree she's got. You could bring back Tully Blanchard. He was managing that shitty stable with MJF a while back. Bring him back. Have him manage Tessa. There you go.
Was it the Pinnacle? I think it was what it was called.
The Pinnacle, yeah. With the chairman Sean and like FTR. I think that was like the shitty 4 horsemen. I say, you know what? Do it with the women. Have a 4 horsewomen stable over in AEW. Have Tessa lead it.
Absolutely, and like just give her to any AEW fan who's like, oh, I don't want that. Just give her a second chance. Just give her a second chance. If she fucks up, then hold her accountable. But just give her a second chance. She's shown for almost 2 years now in TNA that she kept her nose clean. She didn't start any bullshit. Definitely didn't say anything or do anything racist. So just give her another chance. People change. People fuck up when they're young. Like, God forbid. And like a lot of these, they're kids. A lot of these people who are doing this to her are kids. They don't know any better. They haven't lived life. You fuck up when you're young. Nobody's perfect, especially when you're young. Give people a second chance.
Well, I would ask all these marks who always talk about respect the women for the in-ring, not for the bodies. I would ask all these fucking marks, you're really gonna keep your personal preferences from holding back from you seeing one of the best female wrestlers in the business? Is it because she doesn't have shitty enough psychology? Does she need to hop right up from a neck breaker? Does she need to hop right up from getting a German suplex like Will Ospreay for you to glaze her? Is that what it's gonna take? Is it actually because she knows how to wrestle properly and make a match look somewhat real? Is that why? Is that why you don't like her? Be real.
You know what it all is? It's all about fitting in. It's all about belonging. So it's like when they call her a racist, they feel like they belong to this group of wrestling fans that hold the evil wrestlers accountable. That's what this is these idiots want to belong to a group. That's all it is. They're not keeping it real. They're not, because if they're keeping it real, they're like, yeah, Tessa's fucking talented. She's fucking great. She'd be an amazing addition to AEW's women division. She's an amazing in-ring performer. Great promo. Like, if they were being real, they would say that, but they say what they say because they want to belong to a group. They're low-minded, they're low IQ, close-minded idiots who just want to belong. And that's what's killing wrestling. These fucking idiots are what's killing wrestling. If they were all just to shut the fuck up on social media, quite frankly, if bookers were just to ignore social media, I think wrestling would be a lot better for it.
They're all fucking hypocrites. That's what drives me nuts, is they'll cheer for wrestlers that have DUIs. So you potentially cost somebody else's life on the road or put them in a life-threatening situation. You're good. You got a DV record. You beat your wife. That's in the past. You're good. I can't stand these fucking fans. Notice they won't say shit to Moose for his DV past. They ain't gonna say nothing to him about that. They're not gonna say shit to Jeff Hardy for the DUIs.
No.
We move past that. Right. He had an illness. He was sick. Shut the fuck up. If somebody goes behind the wheel intoxicated and puts other people's lives at risk and their own, that should be a red herring above any fucking word being used. And the fact that these fucking dipshit, these low IQ Gump Mensa rejects would put a fucking word over death shows me they are the fucking least, just the shittiest people on the planet, the worst people on the planet. And not only do they not have good opinions on wrestling, but they don't have good life opinions. They don't have a single fucking thing to offer you beneficial. So why the fuck are you booking for them? I get it, it's easy. At the end of the day, look at what your fucking ratings are.
Right. Like, what have you got to, like, it's like, it's, you've been listening to them for years and years and years. You've been listening to this niche vocal matchmark audience. What do you got to show for it other than record low ratings?
So what we try to say is we're trying to help. Y'all too negative. No, the problem is we're too real and people don't want to hear real. They want to hear glazing. They want to hear fakery. They want to hear more positivity. The problem is all that positivity is toxic positivity. Everybody that they're putting over is fucking garbage. You put the title on Speedball Mike Bailey, watch the ratings fucking plummet. Put the title on Tessa Blanchard, you might have an improvement, at least in the women's division. Just saying.
I mean, at least she looks the part of a wrestler. You know, they put the title on Darby Allin and the fucking ratings crashed. That's not my opinion. You could look at the Nielsen ratings. You could look at the trend of when you put the title on Darby Allin, boom, went down.
Just saying. I mean, this is just a pattern. We showed it in marketability in wrestling matters. That it does in fact matter. And it all depends on not only who you put at the top, because that affects the number, but also the storylines. And when you have no storylines and you have a really weak looking champion like Cody Rhodes or Darby Allin, you're going to see the tune out. It's proof. We showed the numbers for AEW and both WWE. The two biggest companies here in America are suffering. Give them more marketability. Give these companies something where you can put people on posters and they be like, wow, that's a wrestler? I might have to start watching again. Tessa is a person who can get people watching again. We know she can. Give her a chance.
Give her a chance.
All right, guys. NC.
JC and
peace out.